What if I told you that the onions you cook with every day have a hidden journey full of surprises? From the moment they're planted to the time they reach your plate, California's onions go through a fascinating, high-tech process you've probably never imagined. It's not just about growing vegetables. It's about cutting-edge innovation, hard work, and the perfect blend of nature and technology. Today, we're diving deep into this onion revolution. And along the way, you'll discover how California's farmland plays a crucial role in feeding millions of people around the world. Welcome to Infinite Farming, the channel where we explore the untold stories behind agriculture. So, stick around as we uncover everything you've never known about your favorite vegetable. You won't look at an onion the same way again. California's onions are more than just a vegetable. They're a cornerstone of the U.S. food supply and a key player on the global market. With over 33,000 acres of farmland devoted to onions, this state produces nearly 1 million tons of onions annually. That's enough to supply millions of families, not just in the U.S., but all over the world. What makes California special in the onion-growing world? The answer lies in the state's perfect growing conditions. The mild climate, abundant sunshine, and fertile soil create the ideal environment for onions to grow. Unlike other regions, California's extended growing season allows for flexible planting times, which means farmers can consistently harvest high-quality onions year-round. The combination of these natural factors has earned California a reputation as a global leader in onion production. The journey of every onion starts with the soil, but it's not just any soil. It must be carefully prepared to provide the perfect conditions for growth. In California, the process begins with clearing the soil of any debris, weeds, and stones. This isn't just for appearance, it's essential for creating an environment where the onions can thrive. Once the soil is clear, farmers till it to a depth of 6 to 8 inches, allowing the roots plenty of room to expand. Adding organic compost to the mix ensures that the soil is nutrient-rich, giving the onions the best possible start. The right pH level is also crucial, and farmers carefully maintain it between 6.0 and 7.0 to guarantee the onion's success. But it doesn't end there. To save water and maximize efficiency, California farmers use drip irrigation systems that deliver water directly to the onion roots. This targeted irrigation method helps conserve water and ensures that each onion receives just the right amount of moisture, contributing to the plant's growth. Once the soil is ready, it's time for planting. In California, onions are typically planted in late winter or early spring, taking full advantage of the state's mild climate. Thanks to modern farming technology, planting onions is faster and more efficient than ever before. Farmers use automated seeders to plant the onions at just the right depth, about 0.25 inches, ensuring that each seed is placed precisely where it needs to be. The spacing between the seeds is also key, with each seed planted 2 to 4 inches apart to give the plants enough space to grow. The use of modern seeders means that a single machine can cover up to 15 acres per day, making the planting process not only faster, but more uniform. Additionally, some farmers opt for growing onion seedlings in greenhouses, which helps accelerate their growth. These seedlings are then carefully transplanted into the fields, where they're spaced 4 to 6 inches apart to allow for optimal root development. After planting, the onions require continuous care to ensure healthy growth. Watering is essential, but it must be done correctly to avoid problems like root rot. In California, farmers use the highly efficient drip irrigation system, which ensures that water reaches the roots directly, minimizing waste and promoting optimal growth. Along with watering, farmers apply fertilizers regularly to keep the soil rich in nutrients. This is especially important as the onions begin to grow larger and the soil needs extra nutrients to keep the plants strong and healthy. The key here is balance. Too much fertilizer can harm the plants, while too little can stunt their growth. Farmers must also keep a close eye on pests like onion flies and stem borers, which can damage the crop. Using both natural remedies and timely pesticide applications, they ensure that the onions are protected, allowing them to grow to their full potential. Around 90 to 120 days after planting, the onions begin to flower, signaling that they're approaching maturity. This is where things get interesting. At this stage, farmers face a decision. Should they harvest the bulbs or let the plants continue to flower and produce seeds? You might be surprised to learn that onions can be grown either for their bulbs, the part we use in cooking, or for their seeds, which are used to grow future crops. When the onions begin to flower, it marks the beginning of their seed production cycle. This is also the time when farmers decide whether to harvest the bulbs for food production or to let the plants flower and produce seeds for the next season. The flowering process also attracts pollinators, ensuring the plants are ready for seed production. This stage is crucial for farmers to make the right decisions to maintain the crop's high quality. When it's time to harvest, farmers can choose between manual labor and mechanical harvesting methods. Manual harvesting is labor-intensive, but it allows for more careful selection of onions. Workers can ensure that each onion is harvested with minimal damage, but they can only process about 1 to 2 acres per day. On the other hand, mechanical harvesters are designed to speed up the process. These machines use powerful blades or rotating shafts to pull the onions out of the ground. They're also equipped with air-blowing systems or vibrating plates that remove the soil from the onions, making them ready for sorting. Mechanical harvesters can process up to 15 acres per day, making them ideal for large-scale farming operations. While these machines increase efficiency, they also ensure that the onions are handled with care and meet high-quality standards. After harvesting, the onions are left in the field to dry for about 1 to 2 weeks. This drying process is crucial for curing the onions and making them less susceptible to spoilage. Once the onions are dried, they're gathered and sorted by size, with only the best onions making it to the next stage. California's onion sorting process is state-of-the-art. Optical sorters use infrared technology to inspect each onion, detecting defects that the human eye might miss. This ensures that only the highest quality onions make it to the packaging stage. Once sorted, the onions are packed into bags and sealed, ready for distribution. These onions will be shipped across the U.S. and to international markets, bringing California's high standards of agriculture to kitchens everywhere. Not all onions are sold fresh. Many are processed and frozen to meet the needs of the food industry and households. Freezing preserves the onion's flavor, texture, and nutritional value, making them ideal for use in a variety of dishes. The process begins with cleaning and peeling the onions, followed by cutting them into the desired size. Afterward, they're blanched in hot water or steam to preserve their color and taste. Finally, they're quickly frozen using advanced IQF technology, ensuring that the onions retain their fresh quality until they're ready to be used. So, the next time you grab an onion from the kitchen, remember, there's more to that vegetable than you might have thought. From the soil preparation to the high-tech machinery used in harvesting and packaging, California's onions are the product of years of innovation and hard work. And that's it for today's video. If you found this journey through the world of onions as fascinating as we did, Make sure to subscribe to Infinite Farming for more agricultural insights. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Don't forget to check out our other videos on the amazing world of farming, technology, and the untold stories behind the food we eat. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Did you know the United States produces over 824 million pounds of mushrooms every year? That's an enormous amount of fungi making their way from the farm to your dinner table. But what exactly goes into ensuring these mushrooms make it from farm to fork, fresh and delicious? Welcome to Infinite Farming. In today's video, we're taking you on a journey through the entire mushroom farming process. From the first steps of preparing the growing medium to the cutting-edge technologies that harvest, sort, and package these mushrooms, you'll be amazed by the blend of tradition and innovation behind this incredible food production. Let's dive in and explore how America produces some of the world's most delicious mushrooms. Mushroom farming starts with the preparation of the growing medium, which acts as the foundation for healthy mushroom growth. While it may seem simple, the growing medium is a carefully crafted mixture that must provide the right balance of nutrients for the mushrooms to thrive. The ingredients include straw, hay, chicken manure, and gypsum, or lime, which help balance the pH levels. Each of these ingredients plays a key role in ensuring that mushrooms have everything they need to grow. To start the process, the straw and hay are soaked in water, which softens them and makes it easier for microorganisms to break them down. This soaking process is essential because it encourages microbial activity that will break down the organic matter. Once the straw and hay have softened, they're mixed with chicken manure, a rich source of nitrogen, which is a crucial nutrient for mushrooms. Once this mix is ready, it's transferred into composting chambers where the magic happens. The composting process involves the decomposition of the organic materials, and this stage is where things get really precise. It's important to control the temperature, humidity, and airflow to ensure optimal conditions for the microorganisms to do their job. The result is a nutrient-rich growing medium that will support the healthy growth of mushrooms. Once composted, the growing medium is moved to the growing area, where it's spread across trays or racks. This is done using conveyor systems and automated machinery, ensuring that the medium is evenly distributed across the growing surface. The level of consistency is crucial here. Even a slight imbalance can lead to uneven mushroom growth, so precision is key in every step. Once the growing medium is ready, it's time for inoculation, which is the process of introducing mushroom spores to the growing medium. The spores will eventually develop into mycelium, the underground root system of the mushroom, which spreads through the growing medium. This is the foundation of mushroom growth and where things get really exciting. Over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, the mushrooms start to grow in carefully controlled conditions. This period is one of the most critical in the entire process. To ensure that the mushrooms grow to perfection, the temperature, humidity, and oxygen levels must be strictly monitored. A change in any of these factors could result in poor quality mushrooms or even crop failure. Mushrooms thrive in an environment with a temperature range of 55 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity levels near 90%. During this time, the mycelium spreads throughout the growing medium, eventually producing tiny mushroom pinheads. These pinheads will slowly grow into mature mushrooms, with caps ranging from 2.5 centimeters to 12 centimeters in diameter, depending on the variety. While the mushrooms are growing, the farm's workers or automated systems must maintain careful control over the growing conditions. If the environment isn't perfect, the mushrooms may grow too slowly, become misshapen, or fail to develop the desired flavor and texture. When they reach the perfect size, they're ready to be harvested. But the next step, the harvesting process, is just as crucial to ensuring high-quality mushrooms. Mushroom harvesting isn't as simple as picking them off the ground. In fact, harvesting mushrooms is a very delicate process that requires attention to detail. Different methods are used depending on the scale of the farm, the technology available, and the type of mushrooms being cultivated. On large-scale farms, machine harvesting is the most common method. Specialized machines are used to cut the stems of the mushrooms at the base. These machines are designed with sharp blades to trim the stems precisely, ensuring that the caps and stems stay intact and undamaged. Once the mushrooms are cut, they are transferred to a conveyor belt that moves them to a sorting area. In the sorting area, advanced sensors are used to assess each mushroom based on size, shape, and quality. Mushrooms that meet the standards are sent to the packaging area, while those that don't pass the quality check are discarded. This method greatly enhances efficiency and minimizes the risk of errors, especially when compared to manual harvesting. In addition to machine harvesting, robotic technology is also being used in some farms. These robots use flexible robotic arms to gently pick each mushroom, carefully lifting it from the growing medium without damaging the caps or stems. After picking, the robots trim the roots and immediately sort the mushrooms based on size and quality, ensuring consistency and quality with every harvest. This technology allows farms to increase their productivity and reduce labor costs, all while maintaining high standards. Even with all the advancements in automation, hand harvesting is still essential for many mushroom varieties, particularly delicate ones. Oyster mushrooms and other fragile varieties require special care, which is why many smaller farms rely on human labor for harvesting. Workers use specialized tools to carefully pick each mushroom from the growing medium, ensuring the mushrooms aren't damaged. Hand harvesting has the advantage of personalized attention. Workers can visually inspect each mushroom to ensure that only the best are selected. They can discard any mushrooms that show signs of blemishes, pests, or overripeness, which ensures that only top-quality mushrooms make it to market. Another benefit of hand harvesting is its adaptability. Workers can adjust their approach depending on the variety of mushrooms they are harvesting. For example, shiitake mushrooms are sturdier and can be handled more confidently, while more delicate mushrooms like oysters require extra care to prevent breakage. Despite the labor-intensive nature of hand harvesting, this method ensures that every mushroom is handled with precision and care. Once the mushrooms are harvested, they must be sorted and packaged quickly to ensure that they stay fresh. In large-scale operations, automated sorting systems are used to quickly assess each mushroom's size, shape, and quality. The mushrooms that meet the necessary standards are sent to the packaging area. Where they are weighed and packed into boxes. These boxes are then labeled with the product name, production date, and expiration date, so consumers can trust the quality of what they're buying. In addition to fresh mushrooms, some farms also process mushrooms to extend their shelf life. For canned mushrooms, the process is slightly different. After harvesting, the mushrooms are sliced, washed thoroughly, and sterilized before being packed into cans or glass jars. This helps preserve the mushrooms for longer periods and ensures that consumers can enjoy them year-round, even if they're out of season. Mushrooms aren't just an important food source, they also have a significant economic and cultural impact. The U.S. mushroom industry contributes billions of dollars to the economy every year, creating thousands of jobs in farms, processing plants, and distribution networks. In fact, with annual production totaling over 8.8 billion pounds, mushrooms are one of the most important agricultural products in the U.S. In American cuisine, mushrooms are valued for their versatility. They're used in a wide range of dishes, from salads and pizzas to vegetarian and vegan recipes that showcase their rich, umami flavor. Mushrooms are also a staple in many international cuisines, adding depth and flavor to a variety of traditional dishes. Beyond food, mushrooms are also used in medical research and biotechnology. For example, certain types of mushrooms are known for their antioxidant properties and potential benefits to the immune system. They're also studied for their ability to degrade pollutants in the environment, which has important applications for environmental sustainability. The journey of a mushroom, from the farm to your dinner plate, is a fascinating tale of innovation, precision, and hard work. The combination of traditional farming practices and modern technology ensures that mushrooms meet the highest standards of quality, freshness, and flavor. Behind every mushroom is a story of dedication, and whether it's the care of workers or the precision of machines, the final result is a product that's not just delicious, but also contributes to a sustainable and thriving agricultural industry. If you enjoyed learning about the journey of mushrooms and want to discover more amazing stories from the world of agriculture, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Infinite Farming. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more incredible stories from Mother Earth.
Jackfruits in Thailand can grow so massive that one piece might feed an entire family. Yet their story begins with a tiny seed planted in the country's fertile soil. Here at Infinite Farming, we're taking you on a remarkable voyage through lush orchards, bustling markets, and modern processing facilities to reveal how Thai farmers transform these humble seeds into giant, mouth-watering delights. Whether you're a seasoned grower or simply curious about global agriculture, prepare to witness a captivating blend of tradition, innovation, and resilience, all culminating in one of the world's most extraordinary fruits. Jackfruit isn't just a commercial crop in Thailand, it's woven into local festivals, family livelihoods, and even religious customs. By the end of this video, you'll see why these sweet giants are considered national treasures and how Thailand has emerged as a leading hub of jackfruit production. Let's embark on this journey by exploring the fruit's cultural significance and its deep roots in Thai agriculture. Venture through the Thai countryside and you'll notice that jackfruit trees occupy a special place in local communities. Unlike many other crops, these tall, broad-canopied trees often represent heritage and personal identity. Some families pass down prized jackfruit seedlings across generations, believing that a well-nurtured tree brings both prosperity and a connection to ancestral wisdom. Jackfruit also features prominently in various festivals, religious ceremonies, and community feasts. During celebratory times, entire villages may gather to share meals centered on the fruit, served raw, grilled, or even infused into sweet desserts. In bustling marketplaces, jackfruits weighing over 30 kilograms captivate onlookers with their sheer size and strong tropical fragrance. Meanwhile, innovative chefs in larger cities have begun integrating jackfruit into modern fusion dishes, reflecting a broader desire to honor tradition while embracing new culinary horizons. Beyond its gastronomic appeal, jackfruit has become a symbol of Thailand's agricultural resilience. The tree's robust nature adapts well to the country's diverse climates, from the monsoon-laden central plains to the drier regions of the north. This adaptability ensures that farmers from various backgrounds can successfully cultivate jackfruit, further cementing its status as an emblem of Thai farming identity. Though the massive fruit often steals the spotlight, the true foundation of a thriving jackfruit orchard lies in seed selection and preparation. Many Thai farmers save seeds from their most outstanding jackfruits, ensuring each new crop inherits top-tier genetics. After carefully removing any lingering pulp, farmers shade-dry the seeds to preserve their vitality. Some employ a traditional float test, discarding seeds that float while keeping the denser, more likely to sprout ones. Commercial farms may use seed germination trays equipped with advanced humidity controls or treat seeds with organic antifungal solutions. Regardless of whether they lean on modern techniques or tried-and-true methods, Thai farmers share a single goal: nurture strong seedlings that will eventually produce robust, sweet jackfruits worthy of the country's high standards. Once the seedlings have germinated, farmers carefully transplant them into fields or designated plots. They enrich the soil with compost composed of manure, decomposed leaves, and other organic matter. In flood-prone areas, farmers often elevate the soil to protect delicate roots from waterlogging. Given the tree's potential to grow quite large, adequate spacing, around 8 to 10 meters between each sapling, is crucial to prevent overcrowding. Irrigation systems vary widely, reflecting Thailand's diverse terrains. Some farmers depend on seasonal monsoons or natural canal systems, while more technologically driven operations utilize drip lines with real-time moisture sensors. Balancing these approaches, Thai agriculture seamlessly marries tradition and innovation. This stage of nurturing demands consistent attention to soil conditions, pest threats, and overall tree health. Every detail, from precise watering schedules to the earliest signs of fungal infections, can determine how quickly and successfully each sapling develops. Maintaining a jackfruit orchard is a year-round undertaking that merges generational wisdom with modern advancements. Weeding is typically done by hand or with simple tools, ensuring that new trees don't have to compete for nutrients. Many farmers spread rice straw or coconut husks around the base of each trunk to lock in moisture and improve soil quality over time. When it comes to fertilization, some households rely on organic compost and manure, while commercial farms might conduct thorough soil analyses to identify nutrient imbalances. Pest and disease management spans both the old and the new, ranging from chili garlic sprays and natural predators to drone-based thermal imaging that pinpoints problem spots. Thailand's rainy season, in particular, can spur fungal growth, making vigilant orchard checks essential. Whether they're guided by age-old experience or modern data, farmers share one objective: to keep each tree robust enough to bear giant, flavorful jackfruits. Harvesting jackfruit is both a science and an art. These fruits can exceed 90 centimeters in length and weigh more than 30 kilograms, so farmers closely monitor growth. They tap the fruit, listening for a distinct hollow sound that suggests ripeness, and look for subtle changes in color and spine softness. Early morning is the optimal time for harvesting, as cooler temperatures help maintain freshness and reduce stress on the produce. Using sharp knives or pruning saws, farmers cut through the jackfruit's fibrous stem, while partners stand ready to lower the hefty fruit and prevent bruising. This process is the culmination of months, or even years, of meticulous care, from selecting the right seed to nurturing the tree through its growth cycle. Each harvested jackfruit tells a story of dedication, resilience, and pride. Once gathered, the fruit is packed for transport, destined for local markets, street food stalls, or processing facilities. Thailand's street markets are vibrant, bustling arenas where fresh jackfruit stands out as a star attraction. Skilled vendors slice open these massive fruits, revealing golden pods that enchant buyers with their sweet aroma. Locals often enjoy buying neatly packaged pods, while tourists can't resist snapping photos of vendors deftly navigating around the sticky latex within the rind. Jackfruit also appears in a variety of market treats, including shakes blended with condensed milk, refreshing popsicles, or even stir-fries that harness the fruit's meat-like texture. These culinary creations reflect the convivial, adaptive spirit of Thai cuisine. Markets serve as a social hub, Farmers receive direct feedback from shoppers on the quality of their produce, and visitors delight in savouring a quintessential piece of Thailand's agricultural bounty. While plenty of jackfruit is consumed fresh, surplus harvests often make their way to processing facilities. Here, the sweet bulbs are separated from the rind, then dried or vacuum-fried for extended shelf life. Some factories adhere to traditional air-drying techniques, relying on well-ventilated areas to gently remove moisture. Others use commercial dehydrators with precise temperature and humidity controls. Vacuum frying retains the fruit's natural sweetness while transforming it into crispy chips that have become popular both locally and abroad. Processed jackfruit is then sealed in airtight packages, preserving its tropical flavor for months. By catering to export markets, Thailand's jackfruit industry ensures that consumers worldwide can experience this unique taste. The factory process highlights the country's ability to blend age-old farming with forward-thinking technology, a cycle of innovation that keeps Thai agriculture competitive on the global stage. Thailand's jackfruit industry exemplifies a harmony between heritage and progress. Generations of families have honed their growing methods, perfecting everything from seed selection to orchard maintenance, while newer technologies like precision irrigation and drone surveillance enhance efficiency and quality. This interplay has helped Thailand cultivate some of the world's most impressive jackfruit yields. The question remains, how will rising automation and changing consumer tastes influence the future of Thai jackfruit? Will these century-old practices remain intact? Or will agriculture become increasingly tech-driven, reshaping how jackfruits are grown and distributed? At Infinite Farming, we believe the answer lies in finding a balance, honoring tradition while welcoming new methods. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the journey of Thailand's jackfruit, from seed to street market, let us know in the comments. Share your thoughts on which aspect amazed you most, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to Infinite Farming for more in-depth explorations of global agriculture.
Every second, thousands of tomatoes are picked, processed, and transformed into the ketchup we all love. But what most people don't realize is that this process involves artificial intelligence, high-tech lasers, and massive automated factories running at unbelievable speeds. Farming has changed more in the last decade than in the previous century.
One fruit that we kind of take for granted is the tomato. Of course, they're everywhere, and there's a ton of different kinds, all the way from cherry to beefsteak. And don't even get me started on the pinnacle of culinary cuisine, ketchup.
And the way we harvest and process tomatoes is no exception. Here at Infinite Farming, we uncover the secrets behind modern agriculture, so let's dive in. Tomatoes are one of the most widely consumed crops in the world, and the United States alone harvests around 27 billion pounds of them every year. That's enough tomatoes to fill thousands of Olympic-sized swimming pools. Two states dominate the industry, California and Florida, accounting for over 2/3 of all fresh tomato production in the country. While tomatoes may seem like a simple crop, their production is anything but ordinary. Advanced farming techniques, optimized soil conditions, and precision harvesting methods allow farmers to grow and collect vast amounts of tomatoes in record time. And when it comes to harvesting, the process has evolved far beyond traditional handpicking. In the past, harvesting tomatoes required massive amounts of manual labor. Workers had to carefully pick each fruit, ensuring that only the ripest tomatoes were collected. Today, however, modern farming relies on cutting-edge technology to get the job done in a fraction of the time. But what makes these machines so advanced? That's where things get really interesting. Gone are the days when farmers relied solely on human hands to pick tomatoes. Now, massive automated machines equipped with artificial intelligence, high-speed cameras, and laser-guided sensors are doing the work. These state-of-the-art harvesters don't just pick tomatoes, they completely revolutionize the way we farm. The process begins with razor-sharp cutting blades slicing through the plant's stem, separating the fruit from the vines. A vibrating conveyor belt then gently shakes the tomatoes free, while ensuring the delicate skins remain undamaged. The harvested tomatoes travel up the conveyor, where an optical sorting system comes into play. These high-tech sensors scan each tomato in milliseconds, analyzing its color, size, and ripeness. Anything that doesn't meet the factory's strict quality standards is immediately rejected, preventing underdeveloped or damaged fruit from making it through. The efficiency of these machines is staggering. While a human worker might harvest a few hundred pounds of tomatoes per hour, an automated harvester can process several tons in the same amount of time. But once the tomatoes are harvested, the journey is only beginning. After being collected, the tomatoes are transported by massive trucks to a processing facility. Upon arrival, they undergo an intensive cleaning process. Large industrial sprayers blast the tomatoes with high-pressure water jets, removing dirt, dust, and any remaining debris from the field. But these water jets serve another purpose beyond just cleaning. They also help keep the tomatoes hydrated, preventing bruising and ensuring they stay firm before entering the processing line. From here, the tomatoes are funneled into a massive buffer tank filled with clean water. This staging area allows the tomatoes to be gradually released into the production line, preventing slowdowns or overcrowding during peak harvest periods. At this stage, an advanced optical sorting system takes over. Using high-speed cameras and machine learning algorithms, the system detects imperfections, removing any tomatoes that don't meet the factory's strict standards. Some facilities even employ X-ray scanners to identify internal defects that aren't visible from the outside. Once sorted, only the highest quality tomatoes move forward in the process. And this is where they begin their transformation into something completely different. The next step in the journey involves cooking the tomatoes in massive industrial steam vats. This process softens the fruit, making it easier to peel while also enhancing its natural flavor. Some high-tech factories use vacuum steam peeling, an innovative technique that removes the tomato skin in mere seconds. By exposing the fruit to high-pressure steam, the skin is loosened and then removed with a gentle water spray, leaving behind perfectly smooth tomato flesh. Once peeled, the tomatoes move to the grinding stage. Industrial grinders crush them into a thick, smooth pulp, ensuring a consistent texture for the final product. This pulp forms the base for everything from tomato paste to pasta sauce. But most importantly, it's the key ingredient for making ketchup. However, ketchup isn't just about tomatoes. What gives it its signature taste is a precise mix of ingredients added during the next phase. While the base of ketchup is made from tomatoes, its unique flavor comes from a carefully balanced blend of sugar, vinegar, and spices. Major brands keep their exact recipes a secret, but many include ingredients like onion powder, garlic, and even cloves to create that unmistakable tangy sweet taste. The mixture is then cooked slowly at controlled temperatures, allowing the flavors to develop over time. During this stage, industrial stirring systems continuously mix the ingredients to maintain a perfectly smooth consistency. Once the ketchup reaches the right thickness and flavor, it's time to prepare it for packaging. To ensure freshness and a long shelf life, the ketchup is filled into sterilized cans, bottles, or pouches using high-precision dispensing machines. Each container is carefully filled to an exact measurement, minimizing waste and ensuring product consistency. From here, the containers move to the sealing station, where lids are crimped or vacuum sealed onto the tops. This airtight closure prevents contamination and extends the product's shelf life, allowing it to remain fresh for months or even years without refrigeration. Quality control is a critical part of this process. Samples from each batch are tested in laboratories to ensure the perfect balance of acidity, sugar, and salt. The ketchup must pass strict microbial safety tests before being approved for distribution. After sealing, the bottles are labeled, packed into cartons, and shipped to supermarkets around the world. But ketchup isn't just an everyday condiment. It's also a major driver of economic growth. The ketchup industry is more than just a food business. It's a billion-dollar market that supports thousands of jobs. From farmers who grow the tomatoes to factory workers who oversee production, countless people rely on this industry for their livelihood. In addition to domestic consumption, the United States is one of the world's largest exporters of ketchup. American-made ketchup is shipped to countries across the globe, solidifying its place as a staple in international cuisine. As technology continues to advance, companies are exploring ways to make ketchup production even more efficient and sustainable. Some factories are experimenting with eco-friendly packaging and plant-based alternatives to traditional ingredients. With innovation driving the industry forward, the future of ketchup is looking more high-tech than ever. But with AI and automation taking over so many aspects of production, will human farmers and factory workers eventually become obsolete? With artificial intelligence and robotics advancing at a rapid pace, the question remains, will human workers still be needed in the future, or will machines take over entirely? It's a debate that extends far beyond ketchup production and into the very heart of modern agriculture. What do you think? Will farming and food production ever become fully automated, or will there always be a need for human expertise? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of modern farming, make sure to like and subscribe to Infinite Farming for more mind-blowing agricultural innovations. The future of farming is here, and we'll be covering every step of it. Have you ever wondered where the world's juiciest, most delicious mangoes come from? The journey of an Australian mango is far more fascinating than you might think. From the rich, sun-drenched farms of Australia to the neatly packaged fruit in your supermarket, every step of the process is filled with hard work, innovation, and care. And today, we're going to take you behind the scenes to uncover the truth about how Australian mangoes reach your plate. Welcome to Infinite Farming, where we explore the world of farming like you've never seen before. But first, let's talk about something that many people never stop to consider: the journey that these mangoes take before they land in your grocery store. It's a long one, full of challenges, hard work, and a bit of magic. And believe it or not, it all starts in a place you might not expect, on the sprawling farms of Australia, where mangoes aren't just grown, but cultivated with expertise and passion. Australia, known for its vast landscapes and diverse ecosystems, has become one of the largest producers of mangoes in the world. The country's subtropical climate is perfect for growing mangoes, with long hot summers and mild winters. These farms stretch across hundreds of acres, some of the largest farming operations in the world, producing an astonishing 40,000 tons of mangoes each year. To put that into perspective, that's enough mangoes to fill over 1,000 shipping containers. The mangoes grown on Australian farms are famous for their exceptional quality. The combination of the ideal climate and the care that farmers put into every step of the process results in a fruit that is sweet, juicy, and perfect for consumption. Australian mangoes are shipped to over 40 countries, making them a significant player in the global mango market. But it's not just the size of the farms or the quality of the fruit that makes Australian mango farming so impressive. It's the innovative practices used by farmers to grow mangoes in a sustainable and efficient manner. Mango farming in Australia isn't limited to a few key regions. It has expanded to a variety of locations, each with its own unique environmental conditions. The northern regions, like Queensland, are known for their perfect mango growing conditions, while areas in the Northern Territory also see some of the highest yields. It's the perfect mix of sun, rain, and fertile soil that gives these mangoes their signature taste. When it comes to planting mango trees, timing is everything. Late spring marks the beginning of the planting season, and it's the optimal time to start new trees. During this period, the weather is warm and stable, providing the perfect environment for young trees to take root and grow. But planting isn't as simple as just digging a hole and dropping a tree in. There's a careful balance between soil preparation, moisture control, and tree placement. Without this attention to detail, the trees won't thrive, and the mangoes won't reach their full potential. The soil must be properly aerated to allow the roots to grow deep and strong, providing the tree with the stability it needs to withstand harsh weather conditions in the future. In addition to soil preparation, the right amount of water is crucial. Mango trees need water to establish their roots and begin growing, but too much water can cause root rot, which can kill the tree. This is why farmers must closely monitor rainfall and irrigation systems, ensuring the trees get just the right amount of water to help them thrive. It's all about creating the best environment for these young trees to grow strong, healthy, and ready to bear fruit in the coming years. Once planted, the trees can take a year or two to develop a strong root system before they begin to produce fruit. Once the mango trees are planted, the real work begins. In the early stages of growth, the trees are fragile and need support to stay upright. This is where steel wire comes in. Farmers use the wire to stabilize the young trees, preventing them from tilting or toppling over as they grow taller. This simple yet effective method helps the trees remain strong and upright, allowing them to develop properly. The steel wire supports the young tree's trunk and helps it stay straight as it reaches for the sky. In addition to helping the tree stay upright, The wire also provides a method for controlling the growth direction. As the tree grows, farmers can adjust the tension on the wire to help guide the tree's growth and ensure it remains stable. This practice is crucial for avoiding potential damage later on in the tree's life, as the mangoes will be heavy, and without proper support, the tree could break under the weight of the fruit. As the trees grow, the wire gradually becomes less necessary, but during those crucial early years, it is indispensable. It's hard to imagine that something as simple as steel wire can play such a vital role in the growth of these trees. There's something truly magical about the blooming of mango trees. Late spring is when the trees start to show off their delicate flowers, signaling that the growing season has officially begun. These blooms are a precursor to the fruit that will soon follow. But there's a catch. After the blooming phase, the trees have to wait about 105 days before the mangoes are ripe enough to harvest. The flowers are small and delicate, but they are an important part of the mango tree's reproduction process. They're the first sign that the tree is ready to produce fruit. Once the flowers are pollinated, the mangoes begin to take shape. But this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time for the fruit to grow and mature. During this period, the farmers watch the trees closely, monitoring the growth of the fruit as it slowly takes shape. It's a waiting game, but it's also an exciting time for the farmers. The bloom is a sign that the trees are healthy, and the harvest is just around the corner. But patience is key, as the mangoes need time to mature properly. As the mangoes grow, they begin to develop their signature colors and shapes. The anticipation builds, and the farmers prepare for the final step, the harvest. Now, let's talk about the real heart of the mango farming process, harvesting. This is where the hard work truly pays off. Mangoes don't just fall off the trees on their own, they have to be carefully picked by hand. And depending on the height of the tree, farmers use different techniques to harvest the fruit. For taller trees, long poles with hooks are used to gently pull the mangoes from their branches. This method ensures that the fruit doesn't get bruised or damaged during the harvest. Workers carefully handle each mango, checking for ripeness and quality before removing it from the tree. It's a labor-intensive job, but one that requires expertise and precision. For shorter trees, workers can simply pick the mangoes directly from the branches. But even in these cases, the fruit has to be handled with care. Each mango is checked for imperfections and defects before being placed in baskets or bins to be transported to the factory. Harvesting mangoes isn't just about picking fruit. It's about selecting the right mango at the right time. Farmers need to have an intimate knowledge of the trees and the fruit to know when the mangoes are perfectly ripe and ready to be picked. After the mangoes are harvested, they don't just sit around waiting to be eaten. They are quickly transported to nearby factories where the next phase of their journey begins. This is where the magic of processing takes place. At the factory, the mangoes are washed, sorted, and packed in preparation for shipping. Each mango goes through a rigorous inspection process to ensure it meets the high standards set by the farmers and the factory. Only the best mangoes are selected for packaging, while any that don't meet the criteria are set aside for other uses, such as juice production or export to different markets. It's a careful process that ensures only the highest quality mangoes make it to your table. The factory is a hub of activity, with workers moving quickly to ensure that every mango is processed in a timely manner. The goal is to get the mangoes to market as soon as possible, so they remain fresh and delicious. Whether they are being packed for local distribution or shipped overseas, the processing plants ensure that the mangoes maintain their quality and taste throughout the journey. Now, let's take a closer look at the factory itself. The processing of mangoes doesn't just involve sorting and packaging, it also includes strict hygiene measures. Every step of the process is designed to ensure that the mangoes remain clean and safe for consumption. Workers wear gloves and follow strict sanitation protocols to maintain cleanliness at all times. Once the mangoes are washed, they are peeled and cut into small pieces. Some are frozen for later use, while others are turned into juices or purees. This process helps preserve the mangoes and extend their shelf life, making them available for consumption all year round. And all of this is done with the utmost care and attention to detail. The factory is equipped with state-of-the-art machinery designed to handle the mangoes efficiently, while ensuring they are not damaged. The machinery helps automate the peeling and cutting processes, making them faster and more consistent. However, despite the use of technology, the human element is still essential to the process. Skilled workers oversee the machinery and ensure everything runs smoothly. From the moment a mango tree is planted to the moment it lands on your supermarket shelf, the journey is one of dedication, hard work, and innovation. Each mango is the result of years of careful cultivation, harvesting, and processing. The farmers, workers, and factories all play an essential role in bringing this fruit to life. So the next time you bite into a juicy mango, remember the fascinating journey it took to get to your plate. Before we go, we'd love to hear from you. What do you think about the mango cultivation process? Would you be willing to work on a mango farm, or do you have any thoughts on how we can improve the process? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Infinite Farming for more exciting insights into the world of farming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.